Well, let's get a bit more now on the story. We crossed our reporter in Port Elizabeth, Iviwe Porti. Iviwe, good afternoon to you. Give us the latest from the court so far, Iviwe.
Well, a good day to you too, Natasha. We are stationed outside the Port Elizabeth Magistrate Court here in New Brighton, where our colleague Kwadesi is inside Court 53, where these proceedings are actually taking place. And it has been said from Kwadesi inside that they're bringing forward, charges of child abuse, and it's no longer murder. I know that earlier on in the week, later last week, we thought it was murder, but now we are definitely confirming that it is child abuse. They did start late. It was court proceedings were supposed to start at 11. They didn't start at 11. They were running a bit late. And in the New Brighton Magistrate Court, Natasha, if I can just tell you what the situation is like normally, it's very packed today with community members that come from the Joe Slovo area, which is not too far from where we are. And normally everyone has to switch their cell phones off because the recording processes that they use inside don't work if any cell phones are on. So we won't be able, to give you a blow-to-blow update in terms of any tweets or any messages coming from Kwadesi inside. But what we do know is that there's a lot of community members that have come out to come and support the man who had allegedly thrown or flung his daughter off of a shack later last week.
Let's talk about the community members then, Iviwe, because they seem to have a different story, don't they, from the one portrayed by the media. What have they been saying?
Yes, well, Natasha, this morning we went to the Joe Slovo area to kind of get comment from community leaders in that area as well in terms of what exactly happened and how is the community feeling. Will they be coming out to support this man today? And definitely they said that they were. It was only one lady who was willing to speak to us who actually said that they had actually taken a decision as a whole community to no longer communicate with the media as they weren't happy with the communication or the media reports that came out last week painting this man to have been a man who was careless and flung his daughter off a roof. They are saying that he was distressed. He felt like he was in a corner and he was being cornered by police officers. In terms of what pushed him, they're not too certain. But she did allude to the fact that the reason why they are, building their shacks in these areas where they know they're not supposed to be and why they are informal dwellers where they know it's illegal to actually put up their structures is because most of them are backyard dwellers. And for example, the man in court today was a backyard dweller, and when he did go back to where he used to stay to negotiate to bring back his shack where he used to stay, the landlord said no, they weren't open to having a backyard dweller anymore. So they are saying that we as the media, we are portraying a picture that they have other options, they have places to go. They are saying that they don't have anywhere to go, and a good case study is this man who is in court today, who's not allowed to go back to where he was a backyard dweller and doesn't know where to take his family. They've been waiting since 2009 from the communication that we got that they were told, that they could wait around in that area until the houses were to be built. But that hasn't happened since, and they're very disappointed in the councillor. But obviously we will go back to the area to try and communicate with these community leaders and negotiate for them to kind of give us or paint us a better picture in terms of what's happening in that area with the councillor, with the municipality as well, and also speak to the municipality to tell us what are the plans. And obviously they can't service the land to build the houses in that area until a time where these people move.
All right, and if you were just to confirm for us that the baby is safe.
Yes, definitely, Natasha, the baby is safe. And you will remember, even the municipality is under a lot of distress. In the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, we do have a backlog of about 80,000 houses that still need to be built. Previously, they were building about 2,500 houses. But now, there's been a budget cut coming from National, so they're building just over 1,500 houses in the new financial year. So in terms of evictions and in terms of people being frustrated to get proper housing, I think it's still going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, so this story definitely highlights many social ills that people are facing. All right, our Iviwe Porti for us outside the court in Port Elizabeth there with an update for us on that story. Well, the murder trial